68 kids in the U.S. are diagnosed with autism, and it's really a statistic that is going in the wrong direction.
And tonight, you are going to meet 3 families raising kids on the spectrum. And although we don't know what causes autism, we do know that with the right support, there can be hope. There is no such thing as a typical day for Jen McCoy, mom to 9-year-old Sydney and 13-year-old Dylan.
Okay. My eyes are back to normal?
They are back to normal. Can I finish what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay, let's be quiet now, okay? Sorry.
That's okay.
So welcome to life on the spectrum.
Both Dylan and Sydney were diagnosed with autism at an early age. Sydney is high functioning in a normal classroom at school and has overcome many of the challenges with her diagnosis. Dylan is more severely impacted.
Yeah.
He falls in under classic autism. He hits 9 out of 10 of the DSM diagnostic criteria. I'm very fortunate. He doesn't have seizures.
Doctors told Jen Dylan would never speak, feed himself, or use the bathroom alone. And therapy is often out of reach.
We have the heart, we have the drive to, make things better, but a lot of times it's money. Things aren't free. And I mean, that's the worst part of it.
Harvard researchers estimate it costs more than $17,000 a year to care for a child on the spectrum. That's where the Schneiders come in. Seahawks general manager John Schneider and his wife Tracy know the struggles families face raising kids on the spectrum. Their oldest son, Ben, was diagnosed with autism at 3 years old.
Obviously, when Ben was diagnosed, that instantly became our life's cause. They can't tell you how they're feeling or what they need. We became really good detectives, because we would try to read all of Ben's cues because he couldn't communicate with us.
Recognizing the financial burden of raising kids on the spectrum, the Schneiders started Ben's Fund in 2012 in partnership with Families for Effective Autism Treatment, or FEAT. To date, they've raised more than $2 million, helping provide 1,100 grants to families across Washington.
We knew we wanted to make a serious dent in the autism community and for the parents and for the kiddos. Whether it's communication or sensory or just pure awareness, I mean, those are the 3 biggest things. And then being able to let people know that there is hope.
That hope came in many forms for the Martin family. Glenn and Kevin Martin are raising 3 boys on the autism spectrum.
I didn't want to believe it in the beginning that, they were on the spectrum, so it just took me a little bit longer to deal with it.
10-year-old Kaulana is sensitive to noise, but thanks to support from Ben's Fund and therapy, he now loves music. The Martins' youngest son, Kahiao, wasn't speaking, but an iPad from a Ben's Fund grant has him talking. He even built up enough confidence to get on stage and dance in his school talent show.
What are some of the hopes for your boys for their future?
That they be self-sufficient, that they be able to move out and be able to have their own family, have jobs, be able to hold on to jobs.
Just be able to function in society without anybody, treating them any different.
Dreams the Schneiders share for their son, Ben.
While he doesn't necessarily want to communicate with us, verbally, one-on-one, I mean, he'll say, hey, I want to tell you something, and go into his room and, get on your phone. I want to text you how I'm feeling.
I think Ben has gotten a lot better at that, on being a self-advocate as far as his feelings go.
Ben is also trying new things, and this year took up skiing for the first time. So how was that for you guys to watch Ben do something like that is an independent physical activity?
It was amazing.
He's just bombing his way down the hill.
And that opens the opportunity for family trips, too. We can all do it together.
Because of support from Ben's Fund, Jen's son Dylan is also doing things she wasn't sure would be possible.
Now he has a bike. He can go to the school next door and ride around the school by himself, like any other normal boy.
This is Dylan competing in the Special Olympics. Kick, kick, kick! And that's Jen in the background cheering him on. But perhaps the biggest gift of all for the McCoys is something most of us take for granted.
I had to wait 9 years for him to say I love you on his own.
Remember those doctors who told Jen Dylan would never talk?
Say love.
Well, now he isn't just talking, he's thriving and redefining what life on the spectrum can look like.
All those things that were said about him 10 years ago just don't apply anymore. He's always happy.
And has a beautiful smile. April is Autism Awareness Month. One other thing that the Schneiders are doing is making it possible for kids on the spectrum to come to Seahawks games. So at CenturyLink Field, if you come to a game this season, they offer kits to families that have a fidget toy, they have headphones or earbuds, they have a schedule of the game. So these kids can come to what is really a loud, ruckus event and enjoy it because so many other kids are able to do it. So they want to be able to be inclusive for these families who are dealing with a lot.
So it can be an experience for the entire family because it can be sensory overload, as we know at a Seahawks game. You know, awareness is so important, and that was something I was picking up on throughout your story. Did they have any advice on something we can all do so that we're more understanding of families who are dealing with autism?
It's a great point. So take it further than just being aware. If you see a family or a mom in a grocery store who's struggling with a child who's having a tantrum or throwing a fit, don't be judgmental. Offer some positive encouragement. Listen, I've been there. We've all dealt with toddlers before. We've all dealt with kids who are acting out. Or offer to take her card out for her. Can I give you a hand? It's more than just being aware. It's being supportive of these families who have some extra challenges and letting them know that as a community, we're there for you as well.
Meanwhile, kudos to them and their foundation because we just got to see the impacts, making a huge difference right here. It's awesome. So